Hello and welcome all of you to Easy Electrical. So now we are into the second day of our electrical measurement class, and today is 12th of October 2021. And in this class, what I will do here is I'll give you some of the important questions that are related to your analog instruments part. Some of the important questions regarding the damping portion, certain instruments are also included here also. So just be with me and see the complete lecture. Okay, so first of all, you must be knowing that we are running an SSC online course, and that in SSC online course, what we basically do, we basically provide you a concept based class, technical, non-technical, test series, practice sets, and whatever the classes are we do or you take, all will be recorded and will be uploaded via YouTube and will be sent to you. And another one more thing is that the notes, whatever notes are there, we are including. Two more specific points I would like to add. First of all, there is one more thing that you must know. There is exam specific notes. Exam specific notes are also included. That means, suppose you are giving a WBPSC examination. In that case, WBPSC type of exam sample questions will be provided, or specific questions or suggestions will be given. Likewise for SSC likewise for RRB every examination requires certain amount of clarity and certain amount of specific points that you must keep in mind. Now, today's topic is our electrical measurement part. In this electrical measurement part, the first question we are taking here is your say it is given that the 2 meters X and Y are required 40 milliampere and 50 milliampere respectively for the full scale deflection. For the full scale deflection, we are requiring 40 milliampere and 50 milliampere. Now, which meter is more sensitive? Now, sensitivity is basically equals to basically 1 by full scale deflection, or FSD. So the meter which has the least value of the sensitivity will least value of the full scale deflection will have the higher sensitivity. Now you can see here, out of the two readings, X has the lower value of the full scale deflection, hence it will be more sensitive. The answer will be X. X is more sensitive. Now coming to the next question. A PMMC and MI type instruments are distinguished by observing. How can we distinguish between a PMMC and MI type instrument? The thing is that a PMMC and MI type instrument differs in the case where you basically see the scales. One of them is having your non-uniform scale, and one of them is having your uniform scale. Now, in this part, I like to ask one question. Just write down in the comment section in this video which type of meter has the uniform scale and which type of meter has the non-uniform scale out of PMMC and MI type instrument. There is a small question to you also. Just go open a book or search for it and just write the answer here. This will add to our question series. We'll add our questions also. Now coming to the next question. We all know that three types of damping were basically used: air friction damping, fluid friction damping, and eddy current damping. So one question is asked from air friction damping. Air friction damping is not employed in wherein deflecting torque TD is produced due to magnetic field, thermoelectric effect, electrostatic field, or none of this. Basically, you must know one thing, that air friction dampings are basically employed in magnetic field or thermoelectric EMF. In these cases, we are basically using. But in electrostatic, we do not use that. In electrostatic voltmeters, basically we use the fluid friction damping. One more fact is that here the voltage levels are also high in case of the electrostatic voltmeters. Now the fluid friction damping is employed where the instrument is mounted. One question from fluid friction damping. Basically what we observed is that the fluid friction damping, the instruments that are there are basically mounted vertically. Okay, so vertical mounting is employed. Basically panel mounted meters are there. Okay, in that case we require this fluid friction damping, because fluids are basically used for the damping purpose. Now coming to the next question. A reading of the rectifier type instrument is dash equals to PMMC reading. Basically what we see here is rectifier type instrument, what it does is a reading which is taken from the PMMC itself. Okay, just by multiplying the form factor. Suppose whatever waveform you are using, based on that we are getting the value. Now suppose we are using a sine wave. In that case, the form factor is what, 1.11. So if I use a rectifier type instrument, that means suppose a AC waveform is given, AC wave is given, then there is a rectifier unit is there, and then there is a PMMC type instrument is there. Then from that we are getting the output. Here is a rectifier, then there is a PMMC instrument. Okay, from that arrangement, total arrangement, we are basically rectifier instrument is formed. Okay, a simple understanding you can get from here. Now eddy current damping, and one more question for eddy current damping. Eddy current damping is employed in moving iron instrument, electromagnetic coil type instrument, permanent magnet coil type instrument, or none of these. Basically you see here, eddy current damping are employed in basically your induction type instruments where AC is employed. Okay, so none of these will be the correct option out of this. Basically induction type instrument we are using it as your eddy current type, eddy current damping. And one more certain topic I would like to mention here is that in terms of effectiveness, the most effective damping is eddy current damping. You keep in mind that the most effective damping method is eddy current damping. Sometimes they are asking also such questions as well. In DC instruments, the shunt material used is, what type of some shunt materials do we use? Copper, constantan, manganese, or none of this. Basically manganese is one such material we are basically using for the DC shunt. Okay, for DC shunt we are basically using manganese. Now swamping resistance is used to reduce the caused by the magnetic field, to reduce the error caused by the temperature effect, or to reduce the torque. Basically you see here, swamping resistance is used so that the temperature variations effects whatever included in a machine, whenever there is a temperature variation outside the system, that influences the result itself. That's why basically to reduce the temperature itself we are basically using the swamping resistance. Now coming to next question, the ohm meter is used to measure. So small thing we must know is that what is the classification of the low resistance, medium resistance, and high resistance. Basically low resistance is such resistance where the resistance values are less than 1 ohms. If it is 1 ohm to 100 kilo ohms, in that case we are saying it as medium resistance. And if it is 100 kilo ohm to suppose say 10 meg ohms, in that case we are calling it as high resistance. Basically an example of low resistance if I can give you is the series, suppose DC series field, DC series field, SERIS, series field, that is your DC machines series field. One more thing is that is your medium resistance. An example is DC shunt field, that is your DC motors shunt field. If you have a DC machine and that shunt field is basically your uh, example of medium resistance. Now high resistance we all know, insulation resistance is an example, and many other examples are there. So ohm meter is basically used to measure the medium resistance. So medium resistance we use basically your ohm meter. For high resistance we all know we are using megar. And likewise in the comment section below just note down what do we measure for, what do we use for measurement of low resistance. Just write down in the comment section. Now the next question is, the speed of rotation of the handle in the case of megar is, how much speed do we require to get the desired value. Generally you see in a megar we basically use for the purpose of measurement of insulation resistance, and for that insulation resistance we need a higher amount of voltage, and for that we suppose we are having a handle like this. Some of you might be knowing there is a handle like this. Now we need to rotate that handle, and the speed of the rotation is basically 130 to 160 rpm. That is the magnitude. Okay, so certain informations I have tried to add in this section, and in the coming sections I will add more such questions, and you can just by seeing my questions you will be readily understanding that I am taking one chapter at a time, and chapter wise I am taking up all the questions, and by the end of it you will have a total idea about all the subjects, all the concepts will be cleared in the rapid division series. First of all I need to congratulate you that you have stayed up to this point, and just keep on visiting these lectures and go through and revise through these lectures, and you'll have a great time. And all the best for your examinations. If you have any doubt, likewise I have already told you many times that you can call us at this number. The number is given here. this is the number. This is the number you can see here. The email ID is also mentioned here, and WhatsApp group is also there. Okay, so you can join that WhatsApp group as well. Just pause the video and note down these things, and you can mail us. Thank you everyone for staying up to this point. Thank you and have a nice day.